Welcome to another episode of Love Notes.
All nurses to the nurses station.
This is Taquita Love, a nurse and a comedian.
You think you could bring your brother the clear machine home? You know, the reviver.
And I'm talking to my funny friends about medical mishaps.
Clear.
Hey, what's up? I'm here with YouTube star, Instagram star. You seen her killing stages all over the country.
Better say that.
Yeah. Just recorded a comedy album called Too Much Head. I love her. She like a little sister to me. Y'all make some noise for Jasmyn Carter. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jasmyn.
Hey.
Hey, boo.
Hey.
We've been okay. Comedy journey. I'm gonna tell you, I met you at North Bar Dave Hellum show a couple years ago.
Oh man,
I did that show.
Yeah.
And it was so dope because you was like cool. Like you seemed like a little sister almost. You was just like, I feel like you was just adapted into the comedy community as like everybody little sister, everybody little cousin.
I did, especially in Chicago. Everybody's like, giving me big bro, big sis vibes. So I like it. I did meet you there. It was very funny. It was very funny to see like so many women on the show, and everybody was like really funny. Not saying that women aren't funny, but we don't have a lot of we don't have as many ladies in Cleveland comedy as Chicago comedy is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was dope. I saw you. You performed that night?
I think so.
And
No, not that night.
You did that night, but then the next night you were at the Laugh Factory, and we did the show at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
And then we stayed connected.
We
I'm
did.
like you. I feel like you so young, but you so much on your grind. Like you know how to network, and you was just like we stayed in touch. You moved to LA.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, here you are, still killing it. Funny as hell. Like
Thank you.
the thing about it was my braids is all. They just was like attacking me.
They really was.
I was like, yeah, get off me. But I love you. I love you, braids. To see that somebody so young with so much talent and then like so respected, in comedy.
Was I respected?
You are respected.
Oh, I did not know
You
that.
are
Okay,
girl.
I'll
You
take
killing
that.
it.
Okay.
What you made a list with your album, right?
Oh, yeah. Billboard chart
Yeah.
list.
Respected. If that's not respected, I don't know what that is.
All right, I guess.
I wanted to know what your journey was like as a comedian. Like,
From start to
starting.
finish?
Like, what made you be like, okay, I'm gonna be a comedian?
Oh, well, I started with the little videos, Vine. And then one day my nephew, he asked me, he was like, so you gonna do stand-up or what? I was like, you can't talk to your auntie like that. But it did put things in perspective. But, you make excuses for yourself. I'm not old enough, or I can't find no stages. And then I got in a real bad breakup. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be famous. Forget him. I'm going to go do the open mic at the bar with nobody. And then that's how, and from that first moment, I did it September 13, 2015. I never stopped. I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is what I want to do. And I did it. And I took that energy that you would take in a breakup, and instead of like crying and stuff, I just put it into stand up. Yeah. I was like, I knew if I know what I know, I'm like, oh yeah, it's mine. I'm getting it. I'm trying to be whatever. I'm trying to be the best in the city, and I just took it and I just kept going and going and going. And then I found more things, found more people who were like-minded, and they really push you.
I feel like the energy you give off is what you will attract.
Yeah.
So the fact
definitely.
that you like grinding and like you moved from Cleveland out here to just take over. It was just, I remember you came to visit. You had a birthday party.
I did. I came to visit twice, and I was like, yeah, I'm moving.
And you did it, and girl, like, I'm proud of you. I'm looking
you.
at you, I'm like, look at her.
Thank you.
Killing it, for real. Like, I know you do most, I've seen you, like, hit the improvs, like,
Then the
tour.
improv. Yeah. I mean, I never really did like a tour. I was on Ha Davis's tour for 3 days, the last 3 days. But I never was like, this is the Jasmyn Carter tour.
Well, if you own it, you might as well.
I mean,
throw it in there.
but I have like done dates. Like I went to this city and I've done these shows, and I went to that city and I've done these shows, and make it look like a tour.
No, it's a tour.
Yeah,
it's a tour.
It was a tour. I was on tour.
Yeah,
Look.
I'm sorry, I got into big system mode. Be like, no, it was a tour.
My little tour.
The biggest thing though, that I wanted to talk to you about was your your album.
Oh yeah.
Too Much Head.
Too Much Head.
Tell me about that. Where did it come from? What was the inspiration behind the name?
Okay. The name came from Mina Quarterman. I was gonna call it what's it called? Brain Damage.
Mm-hmm.
But Sinbad got something with that. And then Mina was like, just call it Too Much Head. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, sex sells or whatever. But Malcolm Hatchett, he had put out an album where his mouth was wired shut. He just put out 30 minutes raw material and just whatever. And I was like, yo, that's dope. Mm-hmm. And then I wanted to do it also. And I thought, like, you had surgery on your head and on your brain, you might die. So I was like, okay, well, I wanted to put out my material before that. But then I was like, no, I'm not going to die. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take whatever this is and I'm going to make some material. And I did. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to put out an album now. So I did. And then I did it. And I just took little voice memos from open mics and shows that I did and put it together all on iMovie and then put it out.
That is dope.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, explain what you have. I know we talked about it briefly,
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
I just think it's dope that you took what happened to you and made it.
Yeah.
The pain, the comedy and the pain.
Yeah.
So
man,
if you
so
could
much
explain what
pain.
it is that you had and then like how you got it
Okay. So what I have is condition known as Chiari Malformation, and it's a birth defect where there is not enough room in your skull for your brain, so your brain just start kind of seeping out that opening and like sits on your spine, creating so much pain, numbness, tingling, seizures, sleep apnea, death, paralysis.
You sound like a commercial, the
No, for
pharmaceutical
real.
commercial.
When you look it up, it's like the same, like stroke-like symptoms, that type of stuff. You be really messed up. Yeah. So you had a little numbness going on, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 23. That's not supposed to happen. And people try to tell you because you're black and you're young that you have anxiety. I was like, I don't have a job. I have nothing to be anxious about. So, you get a doctor, get the MRIs, and they tell you. The neurologist, he called me. He was like, yeah, you got Chiari Malformation. We going to do a brain surgery. You can look it up. I was like,
was it?
yeah. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Why?
I was having dreams about it. I didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back to Cleveland, got a second opinion. They was like, no, you don't need it. But, like, my symptoms were getting bad, like, rapidly. And then I met with a neurosurgeon. He was like, yeah, if you want to, like, play basketball, one more hit, you might be paralyzed. I mean, you never know. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's get the little surgery or whatever. And so I had it. Literally. Got diagnosed January 5th this year and had a surgery February 25th. So it was very fast.
And look at you now, back
Back
in business. I know. I think it's dope that you put your journey on social media.
Yeah, definitely.
You have so many social media fans, like so many fans on Instagram.
Not a couple of them.
Girl, a couple. Stop. People love you.
They do.
And then when I saw it, I was like, look at her. And we talked a little bit about it. And, and you just went through like a trooper.
Yep, it's been hard. Like, people see the good side, but like I still be like, to this day I'm struggling right now. But you gotta put on a little bright face for these people. Can't be complaining all the time. I was in and out the hospital so many times. I done had so much radiation. It's crazy. I'm a Ninja Turtle now.
Taking over though. You taking over.
Yeah, trying, man. You gotta, to be seen, be heard, you gotta have a little brain surgery. They still ain't gonna book you.
Like, what more I gotta do to get on this?
They ain't on the Billboard charts. Dang.
No, you it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I'm not concerned.
Yeah. It's definitely coming.
Yeah, that's a nice little bracelet you got there. That's nice
I'm
style.
It's the lights. It's the
lights.
shining.
Oh, Lord. I almost been blind in one eye. Oh, man.
Your album is based on material. So if you want to know about that, you should check her album out.
Check it out. iTunes, Amazon, buy it, $5.52. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no more chicken sandwiches, so go ahead and get that.
Are they out with chicken
sandwiches?
sandwiches?
Yeah, they got a chicken sandwich.
Okay. I got mine. Did you try yours?
No, I didn't try that.
Okay.
Whatever.
I got it. I had it. It was good.
It was all right?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the question?
Oh.
How it's been, I mean,
me being a nurse, like I know that when you have surgery, it's hard. It's really hard to come back to regular life, and it's you deal with pain.
Yeah.
You deal with the stuff that like people don't understand and like where you've been through, what you going through.
Yeah.
You have good days, you have bad days. And then people that's not close to you, they only pretty much see you like in your recovery, after recovery. But comedy wise, how has it been getting back on stage, getting back in the scene? And delivering new material?
It's been fine, I think. I don't know. I don't really remember what life was like before, like as far as getting on shows and stuff. But like, I don't know. It's hard as ever. It is to get on shows. I really don't know. I forget a lot of my jokes, but Mina is always there to help me. I never really forgot my jokes, but I guess it was a side effect. So I just be forgetting
from the surgery.
I be forgetting jokes. That's it. I guess. But yeah, you do have good days, bad days, a lot of bad days.
the fact that somebody, you laugh at the bad days, it's just like you're supposed to be a comedian.
Right.
That's how you know.
They be bad. Like Mina sees it. It's really bad. Like days I can't even get out of bed. Like it's to this day. To this day. Right now.
Well, thank you. I'm happy you made it today. Oh.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna miss this for the world.
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Okay.
Oh yeah. So we had a little thing for the album. If I sell 500 albums, then we'll let Mina tattoo me anything she wants, wherever she wants. She is not a tattoo artist, just to get people.
Wow, that's love.
Yeah, just to get people to buy the album, because people like, what I'm gonna get if I buy it? You gonna get these jokes is what you gonna get. Why you need something back?
We here with Jasmyn Carter. We got to go to break, but we'll be back. And when we come back, we'll talk more about giving. Is it giving? Receiving? Too much head. Hey, it's Taquita Love, and we're back with Jasmyn Carter here talking about her comedy album called Too Much Head. Before we went to break, Jasmyn, we talked about the fact it was like you just said something about a tattoo, that you're gonna get a tattoo.
Yeah.
If you sell 500, how many have you sold albums?
I can't say that because then they not gonna buy it. I sold some.
Okay. Well, I know I caught mine. I got mine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
It's all love. Yeah.
Oh, you so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your goals, future? Like,
what's my future goals? Like
comedy wise, yeah.
I just want to be able to not work. And I want to be everybody's favorite comedian. That's what I want. I want to be legendary. That's what I want.
What will make you feel legendary?
What will make being whatever Richard Pryor, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle is. Those people, whatever they are, that's what I want to be.
Okay.
Times 10.
Times 10.
Infinity. Yeah. Yeah. Change the game somehow.
Well, what were you doing before comedy?
I was a college kid. Yeah.
Did you work? Doing what?
I mean, I didn't have a career. What
were you doing before you was like, what made you be like, yeah, I'm finna go tell these jokes?
I mean,
I'm out of here.
I never even thought about being a comedian. I thought I was gonna, go to college, marry some nice little Christian man, have some kids. I was working at a movie theater at the time, making $9.30, big money.
Any money is big money.
Yeah, but
when you were in college.
Yeah, I was in college. I was a nutrition major, and then I was digital media production major. It's very boring.
Digital media production, does that help you with all the videos you do?
No. I learned nothing. Everything I learned was on my own. I didn't learn anything in college. I used to sit there with my headphones on. I bought a MacBook so I can be like the white kids and like, oh, they got the little MacBooks out. I got this pencil and paper. I had to get a MacBook, and I was texting, listening to music.
Well, I feel like it got you far.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Here.
I'm here. I'm not no complaints. Yeah, I dropped out. Drop out kids. Just kidding.
Drop out kids. Drop out.
I was just kidding.
And when you moved, how was the transition from moving from home, which is Cleveland, to LA?
I was fine. I have a very supportive friend, Mina Q. She took me in like the little orphan that I was. I literally was like, I don't want to be here anymore. She was like, you want to move to LA? I was like, yep. And then I packed most of my stuff and was on the plane 2 days later. Yep. I didn't tell nobody. Well, my family, but I just left. I was like, I ain't coming back to this place unless somebody die.
That's how most people go home.
Yeah. That was my exact words. I was like, I'm never coming back here.
But you've been back since. I know you've done Ramon Rivas' show.
Oh, yeah. Accidental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that a couple of times. Yeah. That was fun.
I love your characters on Instagram. All
Thank
of them.
you.
My favorite one is the old lady with the glasses. And she
Everybody.
always like, you be rapping your little thing. Where do your characters come from? Are they people you know or you just create them?
You know what? I don't know. The lady came from, my mom is nothing like that at all. Like, I don't know where she came from. Like, the guys, they come from, like, guys that I've encountered or stories that I hear about guys and stuff. But I've never, like, I don't know. They just, you know, you have an imagination and, you know, you just extreme with it. Very extreme. Yeah.
You ever thought about doing, like, a short or a feature film with your characters? You know how, like, what's the sex tuplets that Marlon Wayans came out with?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, Jasmyn, when I see you, I'm like, she do all these characters. She got dope stories, you know, and it's just like,
yeah,
I want the world to know more about you.
Me too. I did do a web series last year with I played all 3 characters at 4. It was episodic. Then I moved to LA and I just stopped. But yeah, I would do a whole movie with just me as everybody. I would love that. That would be great.
I always seen you kill on stage. Period.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I've always seen you do well.
Good.
Or you know, like my first impression of you at the Laugh Factory was like, dang, how?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But you know, we all have good and bad days. I want to know about like the worst bomb you ever had.
Oh man. Okay. It was my first weekend at the Cleveland Improv. It was John Witherspoon weekend.
I was gonna ask about John Witherspoon too, because I see you.
Yeah, it was John Witherspoon weekend. They told me. I thought they was hating. They was like, it's gonna be the hardest weekend of your life. I had people who was featuring who said, I'm like, no, they just don't know me. You know, I'm not everybody. And it was 6 shows, and I bombed 4 out of 6 shows.
What?
The only 2 shows I did not bomb was the first one. John Witherspoon was not headlining. It was somebody else. It was like an off night. And then the rest of them, it was like bomb after bomb. I mean, people was like, I was like, I done empty my whole arsenal. I was like, ooh, how much time I got left? I mean, I was walking off like, well, at least I get some free food. You know, I was dreading going back. It was so bad. And John Witherspoon couldn't remember my name. I bombed so bad. Like, the guy was like, one of the people who were like friends with the owners at the Improv was like, I don't like her. Really? I almost ruined my spot. Yeah, I bombed so hard. I was just 21. I didn't know what to talk about. Okay. I had my little jokes. They didn't care.
And you've been back since, though, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so now they mess with you.
Yeah, they rock with me. You know, I mean, they ain't flying nobody out, but, you know.
Well, you from Cleveland, so you can be like, I'm here.
Yeah, and they be like, okay, you know, I've done a couple of weekends there. I love Cleveland.
Do you think that bomb helped you in your career?
Yeah, it's a humbler when you bomb more than.
But then 4 back to back.
Lord, it wouldn't. You know how it's like 9:30 show and 11:30 show. You got to repeat it, or 7:30, 9:30. I was like, well, here I go. My family was there. My family was like,
yeah, your family will do that to you.
Yeah,
family will look at you like, that's it.
Yeah, they was like, my cousins came and like, we coming to see you. I was like, okay, and then they didn't say nothing after the show. They was like, what you about to do? I was like, yep. Mm-hmm.
I feel like when people don't say stuff about your show, then you know you bomb.
Oh man,
especially comedians. But sometimes comedians will check you. I had my worst bomb was at a corporate gig.
Oh man, that was
it was bad. It was so bad. That to the point that when I got off stage, the other comedians didn't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
But I had to sit at the table with them to eat because we all ate at the same table.
Dang.
I think Sean Grant was there. He turned his back to me like this, and he was like, "Don't put none of that on me." He was like, "I don't want none of that voodoo. Whatever you got, don't get that to me because I want to go on stage and rip." Yeah, nobody, like, it was just like I got to the table and it was like this. Everybody was like. You know, and like people, you could tell they wanted to try to be like good, but they couldn't even lie to themselves. And I sat there, and I couldn't even eat. I ain't had no appetite. They had nice like cookies decorated. You know, when they be having them gourmet cookies and stuff. And it was just like, I never felt so, because you know, you think you killing it. You know, like I booked the gig.
Yeah.
Y'all finna get paid. They got a check coming for me. And it's like a gourmet thing. It's formal. I got to dress up. And I'm like, you know, like on the way there, like, yeah, I'm about to kill this. And they weren't messing with me at all.
That was a humbler, huh? How much time did you do?
Too much. Because I feel like I was on stage for the whole, I feel like I was on stage for like 3 hours. It was probably like 8 minutes at the most. Oh man,
that's a long time.
All I remember, the only thing I could say when I sat down, because it was, the energy was so bad, I was just like, I wish I could have like clicked my heels and been somewhere else. And then Sean looked up, he didn't even look at my face. He was like, you should have said that on stage, you know, like. But now,
that is hilarious.
That's the worst bomb I ever had, but like I felt like it made me stronger.
Yeah,
it made
you need a good bomb.
It was like, you know, like you be thinking you killing,
yeah,
and then you could kill in one place, and then I had another bomb in Florida recently, and they was not messing with me, and I was up there. I think I had on heels, and I was like trying to be cute and stuff, and then like the host got on stage afterwards. He was like, she only been doing comedy for 2 years, and I was just like, that's not true, but he tried to make it seem like, you know. He was like, you know, y'all make some noise for her. You know.
It's the first time up there.
And I was like, it's not my first time, damn.
Man,
but
that was terrible, yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like, you know, whatever you do, you gotta have the ups and downs.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We bombing in slow motion, man. You be like, and
you gotta stay to the end.
Yeah.
You know, you stand out there with comedians, and then like you get like I have nowhere to go.
Everybody
so
walking past you.
And then one person was like, you ain't even talk about sex. You know, like, you know, they try to make you feel good, and I was like, okay, all right, sir, thank you.
That is so funny. It's even worse when like you got to keep going up there, and everybody got to keep seeing you. You bombing announcements too. You like, the next Miss Pat coming. Then
you don't let you have to go to the bathroom or go somewhere where you got to walk past people. You just like, can I hold it, or I just don't want to be seen. Can I just go sit in the car?
Right. Oh man, you be feeling like. I also got booed once by one lady. Only by one lady. One lady. She was a hater. Yeah.
Did she stand up? How did the boo?
No, I was telling. It was like a little competition for like $500, and I was in some legal trouble. I'm like, oh yeah, this is mine. And this lady, I told a joke about my experience with someone, white person calling me N-word, hard R, right? And I didn't say anything bad about white people. I don't do that. I'm not that type of comedian. So I'm all in my next joke. Ain't got nothing to do with race or nothing. I just hear it, boo. And I just like overlooked it, and I heard it louder, like, boo. I was like, what? And she was like, boo. I was like, what happened? And she was like, I am not a cracker. And then I was like, I didn't say that. And then it was nothing but white people there. And one of them turned around and was like, shut up, cracker. I was like, see? But I didn't have the experience to like dead it, because it was like so weird. The energy was so negative. So I just like cussed her out. And I lost.
Cussed out?
I did. I was like,
but you got to do that.
You know, I cussed. It wasn't even funny. I cussed her out.
Sometimes you're just going to take over the stage. Because you got the mic. You know, when I first started, the biggest advice I received was, you got the power. When you got the mic, you got the power. So don't give it to nobody. And if you got to, whatever you do to keep your power before you get off, then you...
Ended on a laugh, though. I ended on a laugh. Yeah.
I cursed somebody out, and that was the laugh. And I was... So they was like laughing. It's like, we didn't know she could get down like that. You know, it's like, you know where I'm from.
There ain't nothing worse than a bomb and somebody be like, good job. Be like, shut up.
Because you know it. At first, I think when you're a new comedian, you don't necessarily know it.
You don't know yet.
Like, you just think that you killing it because everybody been laughing and supporting you. But then when you get in front of a real audience,
like, they hate you.
You know, like a non-Brinker show type audience, they be like, you know what?
Maybe I'm not funny.
Like,
maybe I should.
Maybe they're not even feeling me.
Wait, well, how about the dude was like, you was up there telling them jokes? And I was like, yup. He was like, keep trying. You get it? And I was like, oh, God.
Or the worst is if, she fine, but she, you know, they say how you look, but they don't say nothing about how you did. You be like,
you was up there, you was cute. Damn.
Sorry, I missed it. Oh, I missed when you was funny. Y'all, we back with Jasmyn Carter.
Hey.
Hey. Before we left, we were talking about bombing. And I shared with you a couple of my stories. I bombed pretty bad. I ain't never been booed, but...
Yeah, booed once. One person.
Did it sound bigger than what it really was?
No, it was literally one person.
Everybody say when you get booed that, like, it feel like that's the only voice in the room.
No, it was so much more laughter, so it didn't even really matter.
Like, you know what? That little boo didn't even do nothing.
Right.
That boo.
I cried afterwards.
Well, I'm in the everybody knows I'm in the healthcare field. I'm a nurse, and I feel like I have so many stories and funny shit that happen while I'm at work, like unexpected stuff. But I wanted to know if you had anything, like maybe any unexpected visits to the emergency room.
Man, I've been in and out that ER room. One time I did go. One time I had like some pelvic pain. I had my friend take me when I was in college at like 2-3 in the morning or something like that. And I had to get a pap smear by a man doctor, and it was real weird. It was very, 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 very weird. I don't know what was going on. I felt so weird. I just was laying there, vagina open, and he was putting his fingers in there. I don't know. It was real weird. I didn't like what was going on in there. But that's the only unexpected visit I had. But the most recent time, like 2-3 weeks ago, I was in the ER. Some old man was pooping
on himself
in the hallway on himself on the bed. We was walking past. He was just like hunched over, like squatting. He was like, "I can't put my pants back on. They all,
they already messed up."
I was like, "Geez," and it was horrible. Oh my God, that smell. And he was drunk from like it was like what 4 or 5 o'clock at night. He was drunk from yesterday. He was toe up. Oh, and the lady, the Russian lady, she kept cussing. She would wake up and be like, "Fuck you," and then lay back down.
This is why you was in the hospital?
Yes, we just waiting, and then she'd just be like, speaking Russian, and then she'd wake up and like, "Ah!" and then go back to sleep. Like, I don't know what was going on with her. She was tripping. She was screaming. She was pushing food. She was weird.
Like people be crazy. Did you have any weird nurses or crazy nurses when you were going through your recovery?
Oh man, I had so many. Yes, I did. One nurse tried to tell me that I didn't have to pee. Now how you gonna I'm like I literally have to pee. She's gonna tell me, and they had to get the whole ultrasound machine for them to tell me that I did have to pee. Girl.
Well, they checked your bladder to make sure it was full.
Yeah, because I had took the catheter, but I had been drinking so much water from the night before. And I didn't know that I had it in, so I was like, why haven't I had to pee yet? So, and then I had a nurse who was very rude. She took some ice packs and was like, she threw it at me, and it was like one of those things that you pop and you got to shake it up. I don't know how to, I'm weak from surgery. She threw it at me. I was like, could you do this for me? And then she was like, pop, and then she like smacked it on the back of my head. Man, them nurses suck. Some of them. Hated her.
What did you say something? You didn't curse her out?
No.
It was just the cold pack.
It was the cold pack that she like smacked on me, and the other one was like rushing me to go to the bathroom, which is very hard to use the bedpan. It took me an hour and a half to pee after they took it out, and I don't know if you ever had your bladder full for an hour and a half while you're trying to pee, but oh my God, that's some real bad pain right there. And I'm just sitting there on the thing like this, trying to keep my head up. She's like, "You ready yet?" And I'm like, "I'm trying."
And they had to stay with you the whole time?
Yeah, because I haven't like sat. Up, yeah, I haven't stood up since like in 24 hours. So it took like 4 people, 2 men, like 2 women picking me up. And I didn't realize how heavy I was because I ain't move or nothing. I was like, oh God, I'm so heavy. Drugs, yeah, man, it was. Then it was so hard. I was like, oh God, I can't even.
I had to use a bedpan before. I had surgery. I had hip surgery.
Oh man!
And when I woke up from surgery, the craziest part about it is that my mom, she was there with me throughout the recovery part. And then when I was at the point where I could get up and go to the bathroom, one time, this sounds, mamas don't be shit sometimes. So one time I had to go. But she had to go too, and she ran because she could move fast. She ran to the bathroom because they had took away my commode because it goes like you do on the pan, the bedpan, and then I had a commode where like I could get up out the bed and use it right there. But then they was like, we want her to walk, so then they took away my commode, and it was like when I had to go to the bathroom, I had to get out the bed and go to the bathroom. So she thought it was gonna take me so long to get there, so that I ran to. I didn't run. I couldn't run because I was like fresh from surgery, like and still limping and like on the IV pole holding and stuff. And she gets to the bathroom, she pee, and I had to pee so bad that I stood there and peed on myself.
Oh.
And I'm like, how you gonna be? How you gonna be there to help me for one, and then you run to the bathroom before I can go. And then but it was like, you there, you got the IV fluids, and then like, like I had been drugged up, and so like I was a little, loose probably with
your bowels.
Yeah, and I stood there, and I knew I was trying to hold it, and I knew I wasn't. I just stood there and looked at her like,
look what you made me do.
Grown as hell. Like my mama made me pee on myself. That's what happened when I was in the hospital.
Well, fortunately, I didn't have to pee. I didn't pee on myself, but it was very hard to pee.
That bedpan ain't no joke though.
I couldn't. I peed on. I did definitely pee on myself. I peed on the bed because I was trying, and half of my ass was off the thing.
It's so bad. We talking about pissing.
I was like, I got to sit up. I got to sit in the commode, and my commode was like for somebody who was obese. So imagine my little bitty self trying to sit on it. It was like so wide, and I'm trying to hold on. It was crazy. My butt I didn't want to fall in. Oh. It's crazy. They ain't wipe off the seat. They ain't put nothing down. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get crabs from the seat. Go in for a brain surgery. Come out with herpes.
Home remedies. You got any home remedies you live by? Swear by?
Sage.
Sage?
Yeah.
For everything?
No, like saging the room and like dream catchers. Okay. That works, because I'll be having some bad dreams until I'm like, all right, time to empty out that dream catcher, trying to clean it out.
So what you do with it? You hang it up somewhere?
It's like over the bed, and then it's supposed to catch the bat or whatever. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I've noticed a significant decrease in bad dreams since sleeping with a dream catcher for a year. So it works.
Jasmyn Carter, she used dream catchers. She peed in the commode like me.
I did.
And she funny as hell. You check her out on her journey. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram __JASMYN, and everything else Jasmyn Carter, spelled Jasmine that way. JASMYN. JASMYN. There it is.
And then check out your...
Oh, yeah. Too Much Head on...
Too Much Head.
iTunes, Amazon, 552. It's also on all platforms, but streaming does not pay. Also, check out my web series that's coming out, Chicken and Chocolate, starring me and Mina Q. Yeah, that's all I got going on right now.
Well, thank you for coming. It's been fun.
Thanks for having me,
Taquita. I appreciate you, girl. Killing it. You need a fake hug?
No, I was trying to...